Hey everyone, it's Jack here, TalkNorwichCity. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing very well. Norwich have a really busy few weeks. Couple of midweek games. Starts on Tuesday the 21st against Derby County. Then it's a away game to Swansea on Saturday the 25th. Then an early kickoff against Hull the following week at home. And then another midweek against Sheffield Wednesday. And then a Saturday against Leicester before the next break in November. That's 5 games. 5 games to try and turn this seemingly sinking ship around. And seemingly Norwich City won't be making any notable changes, certainly at this point. Now, Norwich have lost 6 consecutive games at Carrow Road, 5 in the league. That is damning. That has, I don't think, ever happened before, certainly in my recent memory. I think 5 teams have done that previously in the Championship, where they've lost their opening 5 home games and 4 of those have been relegated. You look at the underlying numbers, you look at all of the data, all of the trends suggest that Norwich City are fighting relegation. Liam Manning is still in charge, Ben Napper is still the sporting director, Zoe Webber is still in place, and the Atanasios haven't done anything as of yet. And I don't see that changing. He will definitely get the Derby game. And then there's a game against Swansea, and then you've got a winnable game against Hull at home. It's clear to me that this ownership group want consistency, and I'm kind of okay with that, right? It clearly doesn't work chopping and changing managers. It might work occasionally, you might get the odd bounce, but for consistency, for sustainability, that doesn't work. But what also doesn't work is this, what we're watching at the moment. This system, that's the team that finished the game against Bristol City on Saturday. Kovacevic, Stacey, Medic and Darling, Fisher at left back, who is out of position, Pel Matson and Kenny McLean, Ante Cianats, who's done nothing all season, Liam Gibbs, who's kind of been thrown in at the deep end to try and do something, Jofa Makama on the left wing, and then Josh Sargent up front. That doesn't strike me as a team that Liam Manning will want to field. He's got Papa Amadou Diallo, he's got Matthias Quist-Gordon, he's got Ben Crescene, he's got Lucien Mahovo. So many players injured, and that's not an unlucky thing. That has been happening as a trend season after season now. So something is going wrong at Norwich City, and they need to figure that out, because we can't keep signing expensive players. Adam Ankle-Forsen into the list. We can't keep signing expensive players for them to continually be out with muscular injuries. That is a huge concern. That will frustrate Liam Manning, that will frustrate Ben Napper, but it's up to them to find out what is going wrong. Is it too much load? Is it the wrong type of player that we're recruiting because they're not cut out for the Championship? Something that we are doing isn't going right, and that's affecting us. I think most Championship clubs at this stage would have probably sacked their head coach. And if Norwich City had have sacked Liam Manning, I wouldn't have been surprised. But I'm also not surprised to see us taking this approach. Liam Manning said in his press conference ahead of Derby that we are all in. From the conversations that we're having, I don't think that these are a big couple of games. I'm not concentrating my energy on that. We have to keep the lads level. We've got decent support going away on Tuesday night, and we have to turn up. Which is interesting. I said it on the podcast. I do fear and I do worry if Liam Manning has lost his mojo a little bit. He doesn't come out swinging, and that's not a bad thing. But when you're up against it like this, and when you've lost so many games, and when everything looks so bleak, I want to see a bit of a reaction. I don't want this kind of meek, well, you know, never too up, never too down. I get it, but I want to see something. I want to see a reaction. I kind of liked his interview post-match on Saturday after the defeat to Bristol City, where he threw a few people under the bus. Right? I'm not saying that was the right thing to do, but there was something. There was a bit of like, I'm pissed off and I'm going to tell you why. When Liam Manning comes out and says stuff like that, I'm like, I kind of get why we're too nice, because you're instilling it. You should be absolutely furious with your players, with your sporting director. Be furious with everyone, right? You've got a big job at Norwich City in your home county. And at this stage, we have become a laughingstock. The team that you are managing has lost the East Anglian Derby for the first time in 16 years. Hasn't got a single point at Carrow Road. under your tenure has at this stage seemingly wasted £55 million over the last 2 seasons. We're in the position where Tony Springett has to come and sit on the bench. We are in the position where your tall centre forward is playing left wing. This isn't a time to go, not a couple of big games coming up. We're all in. Conversations we're having are good. Lads are feeling good. Is that the time to say that? I don't know. But I think that is the reaction from being told you're safe, you're fine. I don't think any big decisions are being made, certainly this stage of the kind of that international break. Maybe if we go on a truly disastrous run, something might change. But I think if I'm Zoe Webber, if I'm Ben Napper, if I'm Liam Manning, I'm sleeping pretty comfortably at night. I don't think that my job is at risk. And I think it should be. I think at all stages, you should be fighting for your job. You should be proving your worth. And I don't think we're getting the best out of everyone at this football club at the moment. I think, look, I'm not saying that people aren't working hard. You can work hard and not produce results. That's a thing. But I get the sense that ideologies are misaligned. I get the sense that we're all pulling in slightly different directions. I don't think the players understand what they're being told. I don't think Liam Manning understands why he's not getting the best out of players. I get the sense that Ben Napper has picked all of these data-rich players and they're not combining into a team and wondering why that's happening. Look, this is Liam Manning's biggest job yet. This is Ben Napper's first time in a sporting director role. This is the Atenasio's first experience of owning a championship football club that are fighting for their lives. This is a first for everything, and that is difficult. That produces some pretty anxious moments. Every single day you will be making decisions that you're not sure are right, but you have to back each other. You have to feel as if you've got, everyone's got each other's back and you're pulling in the right direction. And when I'm hearing my head coach coming out on Saturday and going, I don't think the team has got the right makeup, I think we're too nice and I can't rely on my players, why should I now expect us to go to Derby, to go to Swansea, to put in a performance against Hull? I can't see how this changes. And it brings me back to the original point, right? Do I want to see us continually sack head coaches? No, obviously not. Obviously not, right? I like Liam Manning. I like him as a person and I really want this to work. Do I want to see us chopping and changing sporting directors? No, obviously not. But there does come a point where you either have to see the light, and I'm really struggling to see that at the moment, or you have to see a process even when results aren't necessarily coming through, and I don't know what our process is at this stage. So at what point do you change it? Do you change it post-international break after losing to Ipswich Town? Do you change it after we've maybe lost to Leicester and we're in the relegation zone? Or do you keep on leaving it and then it's too late? Or does this miraculously turn around? Do we find something? Does Matthias Quiscorden come back from injury and sets alight the championship? I can't recall a moment when I've been so disillusioned with what we're trying to do. I don't get it. And look, if you beat Derby and you beat Swansea and then you put in a good performance at home against Hull, all of this feels lighter, but I've been saying that all season and nothing has changed. I think Paddy Davitt summed it up beautifully. It was almost like Norwich had pressed pause on that performance that they put in against Ipswich Town and just pressed play again when they came back against Bristol City. Nothing had changed in the 2 weeks. The players aren't fit. He can't rely on the players. And the players that we've spent significant money on bringing in, Matej Jurisic, Ante Sienat, aren't good enough. That's a concern. And for me, something has to change. And if it's not going to change, come out and tell the people. Tell us why. Why don't you change it? Why aren't you changing it? Because there will be good reasons, I'm sure. These aren't stupid people. They're clever, intelligent individuals. But at the moment, we're just kind of walking in the dark and guessing. And that feels wrong for a club that's meant to be doing it the opposite way. Look, I really hope that we go to Derby and get something. I really hope that this turns around. Desperately. I do not want to be in League One. I really don't want to be in League One. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.